This is a brand new attachment that we haven't seen before on this channel. This is a trench filler. I received it from Derette, and today I'm going to run my trencher over here on the front of my Derette DRT 480, which is a Honda GX690 gasoline engine 3-pump machine. So we're going to run a trench, and then I'm going to try the trench filler and see how it works. Come here and take a look at this thing. So this is a normal, looks like a tiller or any other sort of attachment. We've got two connections here, grease fitting over here. This is your motor that operates it. It's got little skids, very dirty. It's got little skids that are adjustable. You can go 3 different positions. But then underneath this is where the magic happens. So you see there's 2 augers, and they both run to the middle. So you just put your trench right there in the middle, and it's supposed to backfill the whole thing. Will it work? I don't know. Well, we're going to try it out today. So yeah, we're going to grab our trencher, grab the trench filler, grab the DRT 480, load it up on a trailer in the Ram, and get to work. Any of you guys that watch my channel, I'm always loading stuff on trailers. Something I really love on my ambulance hauler is my WeighSafe hitch. So I contacted WeighSafe, got another one for my new truck, this Ram 1500. Not a heavy hauler, but I still want to know where I'm at. So this one is black to match my night edition truck. It comes with the 2 5/16" ball and a 2-inch ball. So that's kind of cool. And then this is what we stick into the truck. Now this comes with a lock to lock it under your truck, set of keys, and a lock to lock this onto your ball mount. That is now locked onto the truck. So you put a pin through this. See, these balls have a hole through them. You take a pin, put it in through the backside, and now you see that's locked in there. Slide this on whatever height you want it. Take this is another lock. Slide it in. Then you got a cap that goes over the lock. This is now locked in. Put the cap over top of the lock. There we go. Extra set of keys, extra ball. Now this says WeighSafe 1,500 pound tongue weight, 12,500 pound gross trailer weight. That's pretty stout. But on this night edition truck, I think it looks awesome. The 480 weighs about 2,800 pounds. The trencher, 300, I'm guessing. Trench filler, about 300, I'm guessing. So 3,400 pounds on the trailer. So I've got my WeighSafe app. Let me show you. So what I've got here is 25 Ram 1500. I've got the hitch. I've got the trailer, maybe 500 pounds, me, some stuff. My son's gonna be with me, so I'm guessing, so 3,300 pounds, we'll say. It says I'm at 500, so it's not right. I'm supposed to be 530 to 795, so I have to move it forward. I don't have much room to go forward. Now remember, I'm supposed to be 530 to 795. What am I at? Not enough tongue weight. And then we're gonna move the machine and the trencher forward. At this point, it kind of is what it is, because I can't move forward any further forward than I am. So let's take a look. Where are we at now? Just over, right? So we're about 600. Where are we supposed to be again? 530, 795. So this is exactly where we're at. I took a picture to get closer. So we're just over 600. So we'll say 610. Now we're good. See, it says 530, 795, 610's good. Now we're ready to strap it. Okay, I just got over to the cabin that we're gonna do the trench at today. And it's pretty long. It's got a lot of roots and a lot of rocks. Let me give you a tour and show you what we're gonna get into. So let's see if this little machine, this little Chinese trencher will be able to take care of this. There's also a really nasty wet spot. So take a look. Here, I've got this measuring device. I'm gonna reset to 0. I'm gonna see how far we're gonna go. So there's my old little 1 ton, but we're gonna come over here. This is where the water goes into the cabin. So they've already started with the old 1 ton mini excavator and got this beginning, but look at the roots. Look how many roots are here. Holy cow. So I'm gonna run this wheel. He took his tractor. He's got this Kubota L series tractor, and he ran straight down here. And this is where we're gonna go. So it looks okay, but once you get down in here, this gets pretty wet because you got some mountain runoff that comes through here. See this? Here this is. And it comes right through. Yeah. So we're already at 115 feet. We're gonna come through here. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I'm sure we're gonna run into some roots through here. But it looks pretty easy. And then once we get to about this area here, which is 195 feet, we're gonna go over that way. And this is where his water comes in. And this, I'm worried about. This is rocky. See all the rocks? This is really rocky soil. So we're gonna go here from the water and bring a line all the way out to that cabin. And by the way, while we're here, see all this stuff blocking the side of the stream? I'm thinking I'll come in here with my brush cutter, maybe a mulcher, and I'm gonna clean this all up. How cool would that be? But I'll be able to take this, maybe a flail mower or mulcher on a mini excavator, and just reach down there and clean all that. Then you have this awesome view of the creek. So let's go ahead and get unloaded. And I'm gonna get into it with this little 480 with the trencher. I really don't know how well it'll do, but we're about to find out. And by the way, it's 245 feet to the end. Need to get these lines hooked up. There we go. Ready. what's neat about this? See the little sticker that lets you know it's gasoline?
Yeah.
See the D on it? That's where you put de-gasoline. That's where I said water was coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of rocks.
That's a lot of rocks. Like, my property doesn't have rocks anywhere near that. This has got to be one of the most challenging trenches. Definitely the most challenging I've ever done. But it couldn't be much more challenging than this. Did you see the rocks? I'm digging into water. Roots. I mean, what could be worse? So this is all mud. You see how I'm getting into water? Look at this. Yeah. But did you notice all the rocks? So as we're coming through here, see, there's more water. Look at this, all these water spots. And the water's filling, like it's filling these little spots. But look at all these rocks. Like these were all thrown out by the trencher, each of those. So, I mean, it's doing pretty well. Like, we're getting our trench dug. But this ain't a free trench. I mean, this trench is making this 480 work. This 480 is not just coming through and just sliding on by like no big deal. It's working, like working. So it'd probably be better to have a big bad diesel machine just you know, torquing through these things. But it's doing it. It's doing okay. So can it be done? Yes, but We've got a ways to go yet. I'm almost halfway through, but we're gonna get this one done. Now, he took the 1-ton mini excavator down to the other end. He's digging through those rocks down there. We're gonna meet in the middle somewhere. Okay, it's really slow. I'm gonna be a lot past middle, but at some point we're gonna meet. We're gonna meet. Something I've learned. If I'm just in it, just in the gas, it takes away, the drive motors take away from the torque of the trencher. So just little bumps. See, now I'm full strength again. Full strength again. Look at that muck. Oh, he gonna owe me for this mud. He gonna owe me. At some point, I think I stopped digging a trench in dirt and started digging a trench in rock, a little bit of dirt around the rock. Seriously, look. First off, that's some pretty good mud from my brand new machine. Look at these monsters. Look at this. That's crazy. There's barely any dirt here. It's all just rocks and a boulder, a big boulder. See the size of that boulder? Look at the size of that. It's crazy. Okay, back to it. So I thought today's video was gonna be about my trench filler, but what it's really about is trenching through rocky soil with a gasoline-powered 3-pump machine, right? This might be one of those jobs that could be better for a mini excavator, because I can't imagine this is good for this trencher, but it's doing it. What I've learned is if I come back, get into a rock, come back, move forward, it loosens it, come again, and it starts throwing the rock that was stuck. It'll dig it out. So a little forward, a little back. See how it throws the rocks? Forward, back again. Forward, now watch the rocks go. Let me drop it down a little more. Big rock, go forward, come back. See? Go forward, come back. Well, I didn't think about how to get out of the trench. I was just making a trench. Oops. So it looks like we're done for the day out here. And man, that 480 and that trencher did awesome. So let me show you exactly what we did here, and let me give you the full-on tour of the after of digging this trench, because it's pretty wicked. So here's where the water is. And so he dunked this with my old baby 1-ton little Kimron mini excavator that I started my channel with 2 years ago. So he dug all this to about here where that root is. And then my 480 and the trencher, it did all of this. Now, if you watched the video, you saw all these rocks. And these rocks are just getting thrown out. So now there's rocks thrown, you know, like all over the side here. Like there's just rocks everywhere because that trencher was just picking them up and throwing them. So check this out. See this? Look at that. Look at these rocks. Like, holy cow. It's a champ. So there's running water here, like spring. See that? It's filling. The trench is filling. So the guys are out here working, trying to get this PEX run. We're going to try to knock this out tonight. You guys having a good time?
This is looking good here.
So they're getting that in there, and then I'm going to come back with the trench filler, and I'm going to try to run the trench filler all the way down. We'll see how the trench filler does on rocks. But take a look at what happened to the 480. So this was a 9-hour machine before today. Look at the caked on mud. My poor little machine. Probably gonna have to do some maintenance on the machine and on the trencher after this. And there's no running water here. That's why we're doing this, because he's got no water right now. So, so maybe when I get back to the cabin, I'll get it washed off, but it ain't getting washed off here because there ain't no water. But look how sad it looks. Look at this. It's wild, isn't it? It's a lot of mud. And then it threw rocks and debris down inside onto the hydraulic oil cooler. But I mean, it ran like a champ. Well, there's something interesting for you. The hour meter got a little condensation in it. I can't even see the hours anymore. So I don't know how many hours are on it right now, but I know it ran like a champ. All right, I'm gonna get this booger loaded up, and I'm gonna get the trench filler off. looks like that might work. Let's go try it out.